Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays, and you probably noticed the Marvel Champions is back out on the table. So the Thor hero pack came, so of course we have to play some Thor. What I'm looking at right now is I'm going to take Thor up against Rhino. We'll just start with this standard Rhino because I don't really know what the Thor deck can do. So this would be a good way to test it out that everybody has fought pretty much Rhino and knows what Rhino on standard is. I've got a feeling this is not going to be Thor's forte. So I think Thor is really good at crowd control and multiplayer, and I'm not doing really either of those in this game. So it will probably not go Thor's way because I don't know the cards, and I think this is a bad scenario for Thor to go through. But we'll play it. We'll see how it goes, see what his cards are. So first off, let's take a look at Thor. You start off as Odinson, and we've got 4 recovery and 14 hit points. So normally I fill up my hit points on this track, but I was watching the video from Team Covenant, and they say to put the tokens out there as you take damage. So we're going to give that a try and see if that works for me, rather than having it stacked up on tokens and removing them as I take damage. So let's see how that goes. So what Odinson allows you to do as an action is you can go get the hammer out of your deck, which is awesome, or your discard pile, kind of like Cap's shield. So that's pretty cool, and it's not just a setup, he can do it every turn as an action. So awesome. And then Thor on the backside there has Have at thee. So I need to remember when minions come out, I get to draw 2 cards. So I need some sort of, let's put a reminder out there, something to remind me, because this is going to be, I'm pretty sure this is going to be like Black Panther's thing, where I need to remember when he does that, I get 2 cards. Okay, so let's get rolling. Horrible thing there. Hand size 5. Hand size 4. Ouch. Okay. So let's go with our hand size 5. See what we come up with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got Get Over Here, Battle Fury, Defender of the Nine Realms, Avengers Mansion, and Thor's Helmet. So let's take a look at some of these new ones. We have Thor's Helmet, which is plus 5 hit points. Holy cow, like that. We know Avengers Mansion. Defender of the Nine Realms says, as a hero action, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play engaged with you. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Okay, well, Thor likes minions, so that's a good way to bring him out. Battle Fury is an upgrade. Let's see here. I can only have 1, and if I defeat a minion, I do a damage to my hero, discard Battle Fury, and ready my hero. Okay. And Get Over Here says, deal 1 damage to a minion. If you have aerial trait, engage the enemy. Well, okay. Engage the enemy doesn't do me a whole lot of good. The 1 is nice for 0 cost, but solo, I don't know if that card does me a whole lot of good. Plus, we're starting off with no minions out there, so that's going to be one of our mulligan cards. I think we will go ahead and mulligan the Defender of the Nine Realms also. So let's draw 2 more cards. We're going to get our Hercules. Oh, he's huge. But he costs 6. 3 attack, but he costs 6. I don't foresee myself getting 6 anytime soon. And Hammer Throw. I exhaust my hammer and deal 8 damage to an enemy. And it comes back to my hand. Wow, that's bad. That's a awesome card. Okay, so I need to use, we're ready to go. So at this point, I am starting my round. I'm going to use my action to go get my hammer out, which I haven't seen yet. So where's the hammer? Hammer, 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 hammer. That's a hammer throw. Where's that? Nope. Yep, there it is. All right. Mjolnir. I think that's how you say it. I've got it, and it's going to cost 1 to get it out. It's going to give me aerial and plus 1 attack. That is an awesome card. Okay. I got a hammer and a hammer throw. Hercules is definitely not coming out. I kind of want to keep a hold of Thor's hammer. All right. So we're going to swap on over to Thor there. Let's do damage this round. We are aggression deck, so let's get aggressive. So we're going to use Hercules to get our hammer out. And then we're going to do 3 damage, 3 to do our hammer throw. So hammer throw says, exhaust it, deal 8 damage to an enemy, and return it to my hand. And attack gains overkill. So I'm doing 8 damage to Rhino. So we're going to take this 10 off of here. Right now he's at 14. He's going to go down to 6. And then Thor's going to attack the Rhino. And he's going to do... Oh, I should have attacked first. Bonehead move. All right, so I only do 2 because if I would have attacked when my hammer was out there, I would have done 3. But, you know, not thinking. All right, so there we go. I'm going to draw back up to 4. I was excited about doing the hammer throw. I wasn't paying attention to how I should actually play cards. All right, so we have another... Ooh, we have a Mean Swing. Mean Swing gives me exhaust my weapon. I get +3 attack. And then we have Bjorn. I'm not sure how you say that one. So let's see here. After hero attacks an enemy, spend a physical resource, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Wow. Okay. So Thor's done at this point in time. Let's see if Rhino wants to retaliate because he just took a beating. So first off, we put the threat on the main scheme. Rhino's going to see Thor out there and want to come attack him, and Thor's going to take it because he's just a mere mortal, and Thor is a god. And he's going to take 3 damage, but the flesh wound. Thor laughs at 3 damage because he has 14 hit points. All right, so let's see what kind of encounter card we have. Counter card is... attached to Rhino, he has an enhanced ivory horn at this point in time. Oh, damage. A better battle. Thor likes better battles. We're good with this. Oh, let's put this in a location where it can be seen. There we go. That's visible. Okay. All right, so we're back over to Thor's side. Let's see. Thor is looking at... Let's do some more damage. So we can use our Defender of the Nine Realms to get our hammer back out. We can do a Mean Swing. So we will attack with our hammer. So we're doing 2, 3, plus another 3. We have to exhaust the hammer. So we're doing 6 damage. So that's going to knock out Rhino. Boop. And we're going to get Rhino level 2. So Rhino level 2 says, when revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Breaking and Taken. Well, we haven't seen a Breaking and Taken yet, because he's really only had 1 round so far. Oh, there's Breaking and Taken right there on the bottom. Let's do some shuffling. Now, the problem is the way that we did that, Breaking and Taken is going to come out, and he's going to get that extra card. So that's kind of a sad thing. All right, so Breaking and Taken is going to come out. It's going to have 2... Oop, that's a 10. We don't want to put a 10 on there. Thor would never be able to get a 10 off of there. 2 plus 1 is 3, because we get +1, and then we'll get an extra encounter card. Okay, so we've hammered. Thor's out there. I think we'll hold on to our Bjorn, and we'll untap. All right. And we're going to draw 3 cards because of Thor's massive hand size of 4. All right, so we've got Chase Them Down, which we know. We got Lady Sif. Lady Sif says, after Lady Sif interplays, ready Thor. And then we have God of Thunder, which says, exhaust God of Thunder, gain an energy resource. All right. Ooh, that can help mitigate some of the sadness of not having a very large hand. All right, Rhino needs some hit points back because he went up to level 2 and now he's got 15 hit points. So let's hit point him up. There we go. And he's back to 15. And he's got an enhanced ivory horn. And it's his turn at this point. So we need to bump up our threat on our main scheme. Rhino needs to come give Thor the beat down, which Thor's going to take yet again. He's doing 3 plus 1 from the enhanced ivory horn, plus a boost card of 2. So we're going to take 5. That's a pretty good shot. All right, I'm feeling that one. I didn't feel great. So let's see here. We get 2s, and that was an additional 1. So now we went from 3 to now we have 8 damage on us. 8 out of 14. Okay, so that's a little bit on the painful side. All right, so Rhino did his attack. Now we need to draw encounter cards, and we're drawing 2 encounter cards because we've got breaking and taken out there. So we get 1, 2. All right, counter card number 1 is Stampede. When revealed, Rhino attacks you. And then if I'm damaged, I'm stunned. So what's going to happen is I have a defensive 2. We are going to take damage this round, but I think I need to try to mitigate that damage a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and defend. All right, so when I defend, he's doing 3, 4. We're going to get a bonus of none. Okay, so that's good. So we're going to take 2 damage. Kind of wishing I had that helmet at this point. And I'm stunned. Okay, Rhino's getting his revenge. He was not happy that I gave him the beatdown early on. His next one is give Rhino a tough status card. All right. Yeah, I think I made him mad. I pissed him off a little bit. So he came and he's given Thor kind of a rough time at this point in time. Okay, so villain phase is done. We're back over to the hero phase. Oh, the scary part of that is it would be really nice to have Lady Sif out at this point in time, but I don't have the mana to do that. So I think what we're going to have to do is we may need to go over to the Odinson side of the board and recuperate a little bit, which at this point in the game is kind of dangerous because it's really easy for Rhino to scheme out. All right, let's see what we can do with the cards that we've got. We have a God of Thunder. We're not going to get Lady Sif out. So let's get our God of Thunder out there and give us a little bit of extra advantage on energy. So I can do an energy and I can get my Bjorn out there. So now I've got my hammer, I've got my axe, and I've got the God of Thunder out there. And to follow all of that up, I'm going to turn back into Odinson. So there we go. We're going to go hide in Asgard for a minute. We'll see if the Asgardians can give us a break and maybe we'll do a little bit of healing. All right. So as Odinson, I get 5 cards. So this is going to be our big, powerful hand because we're going to one-shot Rhino next round. That's the plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So we've got a Valkyrie. When the Valkyrie comes into play, 2 damage to a minion. Okay, that's nice. We got Asgard, which is nice. We get +1 hand size. That helps fix some of our hand size limits. We've got another mean swing, so there's an additional +3 damage. So we're not going to get that huge damage round, but we could get a little bit more damage. But we're stunned also, which puts kind of a problem puts a crimp in our style there. All right, so we're going to go over Rhino's side. So first off, the main scheme is going to get a threat. Rhino is not going to see Thor out there because Thor took off. So he's going to scheme this round. So right now he's scheming for 1 with a bonus of 1. So he's going to scheme for 2. We're up to 5. That's not looking great. All right, so we're up to 5, and we go out at 7, and we're getting 2 encounter cards. So this is not looking good. So encounter card 1, encounter card 2. All right, let's see what happens for encounter cards. Encounter card number 1 is a Hydra Bomber. When revealed, choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. I don't like either of those choices. Those are both bad choices. That would take that up to 6, and that would take me down to, I would have 12 out of my 14. Oh, let's go with, we'll take the 1 on the main scheme. All right, next up is our second encounter, and we get hard to keep down. When revealed, Rhino heals 4 damage. Which he's at 15, so he's at full health, so this gets Surge. All right, so he's going to Surge and we get another card. Next card is Stampede, which I'm Alter Ego, so that card's going to Surge. Let's see how many cards we can Surge through. Bomb Scare. All right, when revealed, place an additional 1 threat here, and it's going to get an acceleration token. Okay, so this does not look good. Looking bad for Thor at this point in time. All right, so I was going to get 3 threat. We got 3 threat on both of those. And we're done with the villain phase. Problem is we're going to get 2 threat at the beginning of that. And we're kind of hurting. So let's see what we can do here. So I need to de-threat that, but my ability to remove threat is severely hampered because the only way I can do that is as Thor. And Thor really needs to heal. And I don't know that I can get enough. Well, I can if I get the Valkyrie out there. All right, so let's work on just staying alive for another round. All right, so what do we all have out there? We could get Battle Fury. I have to defeat a minion. Let's see, the Valkyrie, in order to get, because I'm going to need the Valkyrie out there, which is this. All right, Battle Fury means I need to defeat a minion in order to untap, which isn't going to do me any good because I've got stunned on me, so I can't really attack this round. And I need to double thwart to get rid of the break-in. Not going well. All right. Oh, I've got my God of Thunder to generate, so I can use my... Let's do that. We'll use God of Thunder. We will generate our Battle Fury. Get our Battle Fury out. Let's use these 3 to get the Valkyrie out. So when Valkyrie comes out, Valkyrie says, after Valkyrie enters play, deal 2 damage to a minion. 3 if I used an energy resource, which I can say I used because I used a wild. So for the 2 damage, I can take out the Hydra Bomber. All right, so Hydra Bomber is going to go away. Oh, and I forgot to get my 2 cards when a minion came into play. That's why that token's there. Oof. All right. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, it's got to be a hero resource, so I need to do that. I need to be Thor before I do that. Okay. What else do we have? We need to thwart on the main scheme for 1. We need to thwart again on the main scheme for another 1. That's what actually gets us by this round. What else do we have here? Hero attacks an enemy after hero attacks and defeats a minion, which I didn't do. That's it for this round. Okay, so let's untap. I'm going to get 3 cards. I totally missed my draw extra cards. All right, so it's going to be Rhino's turn. So first off is we have acceleration, so this is going to get 2. It's up to 7. Next off is Rhino's going to come to attack Thor, and the Valkyrie is going to step in front of it. So Rhino's going to do bunches of damage. I'm glad to get that advance out of there. And the Valkyrie's gone. Squish goes the Valkyrie. Next up, 2 encounter cards. So 1, 2. All right, first encounter card. Stampede. Rhino attacks you. Okay. I will have to defend against that because I'm going to get the beat down. So Rhino's going to attack. He is doing 3, 4, and he's going to get a boost of none. Okay, so he's doing 4. I defend for 2, so I'm going to take 2 damage. I'm down to 12. All right, let's see what our next encounter card is. A Hydra Bomber. 2 damage or 1 threat on the main scheme. Okay, that's pretty sad. I'm being defeated by the Hydra Bomber. If we take a look, so 2 damage will take me up to 14 damage. Thor's out. Put 1 on the main scheme, that makes it 7. Thor's out. Oh man. And that would come out, I think that's when he's revealed. Yep, so that would happen before I got to draw my 2 cards, which I was thinking I would get to draw my 2 cards, but they're not doing me any good. So there's our first loss with the Thor deck, but I've got kind of a good idea how the Thor deck's going to start working, so we'll see how this plays out in round 2. We'll come back. The first one with Iron Man was a horrible failure anyway, so I think in round 2 we'll do better. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.